Greetings from Tally Ho Lane or 40 Acres Drive. Let's stroll with the kids down to the Happy Hollow School, or maybe the Clay Pit Hill School. I'm Jane, welcome to my channel, Living in the Boston Suburbs, and today we're going to talk about Wayland, Massachusetts. Wayland has the most distinctive street names of any of the towns that I cover. If you're considering relocating to the Boston area, this video is for you. Each week, I'm releasing a video on different suburbs of Boston. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, and today I will share everything you need to know about Wayland. So Wayland's about 19 miles from downtown Boston. It's actually midway between Boston and Worcester, and it has a real country feel. Very peaceful, some large lots, a quaint town center, lots of condos, lots of single family homes that are of all different styles. So it's really quite charming. There wasn't a lot of commerce until about 12 years ago when they built a shopping center about 12 years ago. And around that, they built a lot of townhome style condos. So now you can do all your shopping without leaving the town of Wayland. So surrounding towns include Weston, Framingham, Sudbury, and Natick. So let's talk about some of the pros of Wayland. It's really a very pretty town, and there's a lot of water. There's a beautiful state park called Lake Cochituate, which is made up of 3 separate bodies of water that are tied together. It's a great place for picnicking, swimming, boating, and even water skiing. Another beautiful pond is Dudley, which is very peaceful, surrounded by homes. Some of them are very small. Historically, it was a vacation center people would come to from Boston, and they actually have a really fun local association. In 2021, the least expensive home was on Dudley Pond. Actually, it didn't have a view, but it had access to the pond. And it was a 1-bedroom house with a 2-car garage, and it sold for $342,000. On the opposite end, just this spring of 2022, a gorgeous, very large home was listed for $4.975 million, and it sold in a matter of days. It had 5 acres, it was almost 10,000 square feet, it had a guest house, and it did have water access to the herd pond. So think about this though, the property taxes for that home are $4,000 per month. So one of my cons is that the property taxes in Wayland are higher than some of the surrounding towns like Weston and Natick. However, the home prices are definitely lower than Weston. So I always say to buyers, pick your poison. You can have a more modest purchase price and higher taxes, or the reverse. One of the reasons that people choose to live in Wayland is because of the outstanding public schools. In 2021, Boston Magazine ranked the Wayland Public Schools in number 2, and niche.com gives them an A+ rating consistently. There's 3 elementary schools, including the Clay Pit Hill and Happy Hollow, and there's 1 middle school and 1 high school. The buildings are very nice. They have great performing arts. They have strong sports programs. It's really a terrific system. And one thing to note is, this is not a con, it's just something to think about, is Wayland is not on public sewer. So every home has a private septic system. So when a home comes on the market for sale, it's the responsibility of the seller to make sure that the Board of Health for the town inspects the system and provides a certificate of compliance for them to pass on to the buyer. It's something you have to kind of think of like your fireplace. It has to be cleaned every couple of years. In this case, you have it pumped. If you're interested in more information about that, drop me a message and I'll get back to you. One of our favorite things to do in Wayland is to go to the Great Meadows National Wildlife Refuge Center. There's a really awesome boardwalk, and it's great for bird watching. It's very family friendly, as it's a tame walk, so good for little kids and for the seniors. One of my favorite places to shop in Wayland is the Yankee Craftsman. It's a really cool antique barn, and they are antique lighting specialists. They have this amazing inventory of lighting parts. And if you need something special for a light, like in my Victorian home, I had to go and find a special size globe to cover a light, and they sent me to their back barn, and there was probably 100 milk glass globes for me to choose from. Fun fact, they actually provided lighting for the remake of Little Women, which was filmed in 2019 at Louisa May Alcott's real home, the Orchard House in nearby Concord. And one of the other unique things about Wayland is they actually have something called Broomstones, which is a curling rink. So I made a new friend this year in my Pilates class, and she's a curler. And so she belongs to this club. So she goes one night a week and plays in the league. And then the members run the club. So another night, her responsibility is to go and be the bartender. Come into Pilates a little tired, and she's like, oh, I had to be the bartender. But she said there'll only be like 5 or 6 people at the bar, and they're all her friends from her league. So she relocated here from Vermont. So it's been a great way for her to get connected to her community. So if you are interested in learning about curling, drop me a message and I'll get you in touch. So one of my cons about Wayland, there are not a lot of neighborhoods with sidewalks. It is a real suburb, so you're going to spend some time in the car. There's also no commuter rail station. So if you're trying to commute to Boston, most people end up driving, and you do have to wind your way on 20, which is a quieter road, a 2-lane, 3-lane road. It's not real direct access to it like the turnpike. So it is a little bit of a pokier ride. If you did want to catch the commuter rail, you can go to one of the neighboring towns. So those are my fun facts about Wayland. So if you enjoyed this, please like, share, or subscribe, and let me know what town you're interested in learning more about. Thanks for watching.